to do now is we're going to move to a slightly more complicated and complex process where we have two new elements introduced, decision point and cross-trained workers. So what you're going to work on in this exercise is decision points. So what is a decision point? A decision point is where somebody can go any one of several routes within a system. So really, in reality, this is the way that many processes work. It's not just a simple everybody in the same door, out the other same door as we had in the bank example, but rather something like you'd see in Cafe Laura, where people can come into Cafe Laura and go to whatever counter they want to when they come in the door. So the idea of modelling decision points is to, as a manager, observe where people go when they come into your operation, and then to kind of figure out by observation what percentage of your customers go in each of those different directions, so that you can tell the simulation the people are coming in and they're going these different directions and X% is going in each of these different directions. So if you look at the handout that's posted online, what you will see is this example where we see people coming in the door every minute following an exponential distribution. Once they come in the door, they've got to make a decision. Will they go to the salad line or the pizza line? 40% based on observation go to get a salad and 60% go to get a pizza. They get into line by observation of the capacity, the physical capacity of the operation. There's enough room for 5 people in the salad line and 6 people in the pizza line. As you can see, we've got one salad employee. It takes approximately 2.5 minutes to serve a customer with a standard div of 1. At the pizza station, there's one employee. It takes approximately 3 minutes to serve a customer with a standard div of 1.5. My goodness, they must be some luxury pizzas that they're selling. And from there, everybody regroups to get into a wait line to go to pay. So the capacity of that line is 5. At payment, we've got one employee. It takes approximately 1.5 minutes to service a customer with a standard div of half a minute following a normal distribution. And from there, they leave the process. We are modelling the time period 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. And since this Food Express opens at approximately 9 a.m., what you're seeing here for this initial number of customers in line is when the simulation starts at around 11, what we have observed is that there's typically one person in the salad line at 11 a.m., 2 people in the pizza line, and 1 person in the payment line. So what you will see for the decision point, if you scroll down a little bit within this document, is I take you through how to set up the entrance and the decision point, and from there everything gets set up in the same way as we did it for the bank example. So how about we together step through setting up the entrance, setting up the decision point, and then I'll let you take it from there. So let me switch over to my simulation. This is not what I want. It's hiding back here. There we go. Okay, so I want to go to my entrance first of all. So I'm going to call it door. Now, the time between arrivals is exponentially distributed with 1 minute between arrivals. Okay, so remember that's what we saw on our process flow map. So an exponential distribution, 1 minute between customers. So they go to our decision point. From there, 40% go to salad and 60% go to pizza. So let's do this. We have, okay, where's my, okay, one person coming into my system at the time and they go to my decision point. Now, in terms of my decision point, so this is new for you. So we go over to decision point. I'm going to give it the name DP. Now, as you can see, you can set the simulation up to send to people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you have 10 routes that you can send people. Well, we only have 2. So let's set them up. So I'm going to do salad weight to represent my salad weight line, and 40% are going there. And then we've got pizza weight, and we have 60% going there. So in total, these percents need to add up to 100, just as it says up here. And that is it. That is our new element added. So from there, just to give you an idea of how this is exactly the same as it was before, let me just go over here for one moment. So if I look at my process flow map, the next thing that I need to do is set up my weight lines. Now notice what I do. I move left to right and I, in sequence, kind of in a logical sequence, set things up in SimQuick so I don't make a mistake. So how about I help you set up these two weight lines and you can take it from there. So go to my buffers for my weight line. So you've got solid weight first. Now remember, whatever you called it at your DP, you have to call it exactly the same thing here or it won't recognize what you're doing. My capacity is 5 and I have 1 in line when the sim starts. So I'm going to do this. My capacity is 5. I have 1 in line when the sim starts, and when they leave the solid weight line, they go straight to the solid station. So let's do this. We've got solid station, and they leave the solid line 1 at a time. Okay, that's that done. If I go to my pizza weight line now, capacity of 6, 2 initially in line. So let's do this. So pizza weight, capacity 6, 2 initially in line, and they are going to the pizza station. And they leave the pizza weight line 1 at a time. So what you're going to do now is you are going to step through and you are going to set up the rest of this. So I've already got it done, but you'll see kind of as an inclination of what you need to do. Like we did before, they go to salad, then they go to the next weight line, they go to pizza, they go to the next weight line. You'll go ahead and set up your weight line, and then you will go ahead and set up your payment station, and then finally, based on our process flow map, you're just going to send them to serve customers. So as before, you're simply going to go to your buffers and you're going to go to serve customers. So I would like you to step through the rest of that to make sure that you really understand what you're doing in SimQuick. So set up each of these things here, and then per the instructions, I would like you to run your sim for 200 simulations. Now remember, your time period to be simulated is 180 minutes. Where did I get that from? It's my 3-hour time period here. Okay, so now you run your sim, you get your results, you compare them to my results here. Remember, we're running 200 sims. You might see a tiny bit of variability, but nothing to get concerned about. Check against my results. And then, now this will be the challenge in the process. What I want you to do is I want you to go to your PowerPoint slides. I want you to try to validate this process, okay? So here's what you're going to do. Like we did for the bank example, you're going to validate 3 things. Arrivals, utilization. Now we only had 1 teller at the bank, so you only had 1 utilization to validate. You have 3 utilizations to validate here. Salad person, pizza person, and your pay person, okay? And then here's the tricky part. I'm going to have a little bit of thought about this. What is the throughput rate for the system theoretically, and then compare it to SimQuick, okay? Now, if you're feeling brave after you validate, please go ahead, scroll down to your slide where you get to put your, I'm going the wrong direction. Go to your slide where you get to put in your results. Try to put it in with your decision point here in this column here. Now this second column, the next thing that we're going to do in our process, and you'll see it in the Word document, is we're going to add a cross-trained worker. And we'll do that the next time we get together in class. So ignore that column for a moment. Step through this DP or decision point column here and see how you do in terms of filling in your results. So see what you can pick out like we did in the bank example and fill in your results. And we will regroup to discuss this problem next time in class. Thanks, folks.